Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I appreciate you all. I am doing a giveaway at 10,000 subscribers, so just make sure that you are subscribed and comment if you want to be in the running for one of those 2 free readings. And today I'm doing a request. Is it over between you and this person? And what do you need to know? So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Take a moment, figure out which one feels right to you. And we're going to move on to pile number 1. Graceful as always. So, pile number 1, my gorgeous angels. Is it over between you and this person? What do you need to know? Is it over between you and this person? What do you need to know? Is it over between you and this person? What do you need to know? Is it over between you and this person? What do you need to know? Or is it over between this person? Well, we have the first card that came out is the Knight of Pentacles, the Death card, which can be an ending, the Four of Cups, and we have the King of Cups, as well as the Knight of Pentacles. So death could be an ending. Death is also maybe significant transition and change. But the Four of Cups is not really being in a place to, maybe even just appreciate what's being offered. Yeah, and I feel like that seems to be a little bit of a crux. Because that's why the Four of Cups is kind of a rejection card, because the person is so unimpressed with kind of everything that they're not taking the love that's being offered. We have the King of Cups, so I feel like there's some capacity for emotional intelligence. But it's over if there isn't, as long as this is an element in your relationship, as long as there is this rejection. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a need for like moving things forward in a practical way. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So there does need to, and I'm sorry, I think I smacked my lips earlier. I hope that that isn't too annoying. But we have the Four. So in order for there to be the Ten of Pentacles between you, something long-term, something steady, something stable, there needs to be progression. There needs to be somebody who's coming and has a plan and is making things happen. And it feels like there's an issue there. We have the Four of Cups, and I feel like the Four of Cups needs to be dealt with. We have the Queen of Wands. This is not necessarily for all of you, but there is a chance that there is some kind of third party. The reason why I say that, because usually the Three of Wands, often a Three of Cups can be a third party card. This is the Four of Cups. But I think that because there is this unhappy with something, so you can't take what the universe is giving to you. This person might even just be unhappy with somebody in the past, but it's not helpful if that makes this person act in a rejecting way towards somebody who's offering them something genuine. We have the Death card. And we have the Five of Pentacles. There needs to be an end to some kind of lack here. Some kind of needs not being met. Clarity on the King of Cups. Three of Pentacles. So in order for this to continue, there has to be a significant transformation in your dynamic. It's not just going to happen. It's going to have to be like an offer, taking action towards making things steady, somebody working together with you. And it can't be from a place of lack. It can't be, because unfortunately that lack often leads to fear, which often leads to more lack. It looks like there does need to be a transition or change, because if there isn't, there is an inevitable ending here. Like, things need to progress or they're going to die. So it is not that this is completely, it's not necessarily completely over, but how things have been has to be over. Because whatever things have been or how things have been, they're leading to lack. And there is maybe an ability for there to be working together, both of you building something bigger than the other. And in that case, there is some opportunity for there to be something steady and stable here. There is a chance for there to be some success. But somebody here is going to have to be brave. They're going to have to overcome their own weaknesses. Because right now there seems to be some kind of, even if it's just somebody who's like, maybe, not sure, because maybe that they're afraid that maybe they'll have another option at some point. I feel like there's, so there is a chance for there to be some kind of stability, some kind of officialness, but it's not going to work out until something very practical changes. And it does need both people to be working together. Because otherwise this is going to continue to be rather rejecting. What did I say about people working together? So, it looks like there needs to be practical balance between the two of you, whoever is in this connection. Because otherwise, if there is no balance, it's going to end. It doesn't have to end. There's an ability for there to be prosperity, but there's somebody who's going to have to be brave. Somebody who, I don't know, maybe they aren't, open to the option of love because they're afraid of being hurt. It's quite possible. They're afraid of being left out, but this person kind of needs to get brave or accept the losses, because I don't think it's like if there isn't a transition, then there is not going to be the success that is quite possible here, because that success is going to happen with investment. That success is going to happen with both of you putting in an equal amount of give and take, both of you cooperating with each other. And it's sometimes rough, because sometimes people are going through things that make them reject things that would potentially be great for them, because there is a hidden Ace of Cups here. But there's also rejection. So there's a need to I feel like there's one particular person who kind of needs to figure out what they want. Because if there needs to be a change here, because if there isn't a change, the possible success isn't going to happen. Yeah, there can be feelings, but there has to be practical equal give and take. We literally have the King of Cups on top of the King of Cups. So it does feel like there is maybe very developed feelings, but there is also the subconscious. There's also fears. There is also the needing to be able to tell the difference between something that is a danger to you and something that is a friend. Ace of Wands. There is a chance for a new beginning. And, it does seem like there's a chance for there to be some kind of equal give and take here. That being said, when I say if there is no change, that it will end. If there is no change, victory is possible, but it does seem like somebody, there's somebody here who has to be very brave. Has to feel the fear and, still kind of make the right choice. So we have the King of Pentacles and the Fish. So there is a chance for somebody to, I feel like with the King of Pentacles energy, it just feels like there's some kind of energy where maybe somebody doesn't want to act or be committed, but that's where the prosperity will be. That's where there's going to be some kind of potential mutual love, but it's got to be shown in actions. It's got to be shown in reality. It's got to be shown in the 3D. We have the Knight of Wands and the Broom, and the Knight of Wands going on the Ace of Wands. So if somebody is, has been, very passionate about you, but not very committal in any way, that needs to be swept out of the equation, because otherwise, there is an inherent built-in thing where, even if there's potential for something to work out here, this situation between the two of you can absolutely be destroyed by, somebody not putting in the work. Somebody, maybe wanting the passion but not giving commitment. So let's talk about the Moon. We have the Eight of Swords and the Gazebo. So the Eight of Swords is being trapped by thoughts, being trapped by limitations that aren't truly accurate, and we have that on top of the subconscious. We also have the Gazebo, and the Gazebo is how we appear in public. I feel like this person might have some fears and a lot of self-limiting things going on, which absolutely can lead to the right offer being rejected. So it does look like this person cares a lot about how they're viewed. I just looked down, it's 444 on the clock. So 4 is about stability. It also can be about angels overlooking and other things like that. So, if you want to ask for some help in that realm, feel free. So we have the King of Cups, because it does feel like there are emotions. It's just there needs to be actions. And we have emotionally moving forward. We have a sailboat. We have this one on a sailboat. We have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is an ending. Ten of Swords can be a difficult ending. So I feel like there is a need for this King of Cups that's shown up, whatever gender you're looking into. It's not always, it doesn't have to be specific, but this could be as somebody that's very emotional, has a lot of, long-standing emotions. Maybe somebody who's caring, but maybe not always vocal in that. We have the ship, which is about moving forward emotionally, and we have the Ten of Swords. So it is possible that either this person has maybe experienced some kind of betrayal that they're not fully moving on from, that eventually may cause a ending in your connection, whether or not you were the person who did that. Or, I mean, like if this person doesn't move forward, doesn't move on emotionally, that there is a potential ending between the two of you. So, what do you need to know? What do you need to know? What do you need to know? Divine Feminine. So, with the Divine Feminine, now, this is, I was just noticing the bunny and the frog as well. Sometimes frog is prosperity. Bunny, well, also associated with the moon in several cultures. But there is this fertility. There is this, I feel like embracing, you know, whatever your actual gender, embracing the Divine Feminine within you, the part that is receptive, the part that, you know, the strength in the softness. But I feel like, you know, there is this aspect of living up to who you're capable of being. Take a second to today, I can speak. Take a second today to remind yourself you got this because you do. I feel like you're being asked to have some kind of confidence in yourself. Unfortunately, you know, while sometimes people might react to if we act poorly, but but if we're that, and that makes sense, but if we're not acting in any way that's poor, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And again, it looks like there's some things going on below the surface in this person's fears that actually can make something that could be beneficial between the two of you a state of lack. So I feel like there's a need to focus on, again, you're not responsible what anybody else does. You are responsible what you do. You're responsible for how you react. You're responsible for how you show up in the world. But you're not responsible to how anybody receives you, anybody treats you. Because unfortunately, there can be too many factors that may have nothing to do with you. New chapter. So I think that you do need to reflect on, you know, on your own strength and confidence. And there is a brand new beginning here. So I think that, what does your brand new beginning look like? Flow. Allow me, Divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. So I'm not sure if it's really going to be to your benefit to lose, well, you're definitely not to lose yourself in this person, but also, like, I think that between flow and Divine Feminine, I feel like there is maybe a need to not let this person take your peace. Now, flow is allowing things to go that want to go and allowing things to stay that want to stay. It's not really fighting. And I'm not saying you shouldn't fight for yourself, because sometimes you have to, but I think that you may be dealing with somebody who has to, get some things together. And I think that, if they don't get those things together, there is an inevitable ending. And you're not foolish to see the potential between the two of you, because there is potential between the two of you. But to probably misquote Bruce Lee, be like water. Because water, and again, I'm probably misquoting, but water fits the container. Water can, over time, cut through stone. But I think that whether or not this person eventually takes the love that is being offered, I think that you shouldn't let the abundance of flow be cut off from you. Because you are worthy and deserving of appreciation. And since the Queen of Swords is up there, if somebody doesn't treat you with appreciation, they can't deserve you. Even if they have the potential. We have the Nine of Swords and the Anchor. I feel like, there are some fears that might be keeping you from letting yourself have a new beginning. And again, I think that, yeah. So we have, I think the Chariot was back here too. No, I think that's the Strength. The Chariot was back here one of the ways, but why I was reminded of the Chariot is because the Six of Wands is there and the Bridge. So the Bridge is overcoming difficulty, and Six of Wands is success. So I think that, and the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. I think that you are going to have some kind of really potential big blessing of a new beginning. I think that this person needs to, deal with their fears and evolve, or they're not going to be that person. But I feel like don't be afraid of the new beginning. Let things flow, because it is about a certain receptivity, about letting the right things come to you, letting the things that maybe need to be swept away because they aren't helpful, they aren't good for you. Let them go. So whether it's over between you and this person depends on whether there is a significant change. But since it's the Death card, it has to be a significant change. It does look like there was an Ace of Pentacles, so there's a new beginning, and there's a new beginning that could turn into the Ten of Pentacles. But I think that while you should pay attention to what you do and what's your responsibility, you shouldn't be trying to take responsibility for everything this person does, because this person has some fears. This person has some anxieties. This person has some things that they need to figure out if things are going to work out between the two of you. But I think that with you, concentrate on being the best person possible and let the right thing come to you. Because either this person will do right, or somebody else is going to come into your life that will. Because I say that not because there were other kings, but just because this flow. Like, you deserve to get the balance You deserve to get what you put in. Whether or not this person decides to balance the scales with you so that they continue to have you in their life, well, that kind of depends on them dealing with their inner fears. So, is this person doing that? Because that should tell you how much you should continue to be investing here. So I hope that helps. I deeply appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers. So just be subscribed and comment, and you're in the running for that. And it's time for pile number 2. Is it over between you and this person? What do you need to know? Is it over between you and this person? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. There could be a big offer. Ooh. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, not the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. I can use words and they will make sense. It'll be great. Magician. 2 of Swords. So, there is some kind of opportunity at a new beginning because we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Magician. And the Magician has all the tools necessary to get what they want. The Ace of Pentacles is, you know, something that can really be built on a strong potential foundation. But what's in the way is the 2 of Swords and the 5 of Wands, because the 5 of Wands can be conflict between the 2 of you, or it can be conflict within this person. And we also have the 2 of Swords, which is a lack of clarity, but we also have manifestation. So there may be a lack of lack of clarity in what this person is manifesting, which would cause a lot of conflict. I think that there's an energy of somebody clarifying what they want. Because right now, these are both decisions. There hasn't been a decision made. There needs to be some kind of balance. And one of the choices is a potential something steady, stable that can be built on. Let's talk about the 5 of Pentacles. I keep on saying 5 of Pentacles, even though it's the 5 of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands. So there's some level of needing to, rather than just be so conflicting or conflicted, to have some kind of eye to the future. Again, this is a manifestation card. This is a manifestation card. So it feels like whoever you're dealing with, in order to there to be less conflict, in order for there to be some kind of new beginning, they have to have a good idea of what they want in the future. We have the Magician, which is the 9 of Swords. So with the 9 of Swords, worry, anxiety, fear, and unfortunately that's going right on top of manifestation. So this person very much could manifest their fears to be a reality. I mean, just a very simple example of that is fear that you're abandoned, and then, you know, not ever making your mind and always having conflict, so you get abandoned. Clarity, this is only one scenario, but it's just so, it just seems like there's so much worry and lack of clarity. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So steady, stable, secure. I think this person is going to be able to offer you something real from a greater sense of stability and security. That greater sense of stability and security is going to have to come from within, though. It's the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like in that case, this person is truly going to be somebody that, you know, has their stuff together. But I feel like this person is very, very capable of making things happen, but very, very conflicted. And I think that that conflict within this person is the problem. You have Star and wish fulfillment. It does seem like if this person can start actually think to like the future, think to the long term, think about what they actually want, there's going to be potential for wish fulfillment here. Queen of Wands. Is this... I'm going to get some clarity on that because I feel like it's complicated. Eight of Swords. All right. Eight of Swords is feeling trapped when, you know, unfortunately you're only trapped by the self-limitation. And, you know, sometimes we get on people for self-limiting beliefs, but it is maybe something that's just been told to us over and over again, and at some point we take as true. I think we need to talk about the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is the queen of, queen of action, queen of agency, strong, fiery. Why is the Queen here? Queen of Cups. So we have the Queen of Desire and the Queen of Love. Is this person conflicted between two people? I feel like that's not necessarily the case. I feel like there is some energy where, you know, I feel like this person kind of manifested you into their life and now is conflicted because of their self-limiting beliefs. And they actually have to move forward away from the drama of these self-limiting thoughts to get the wish fulfillment that I think that you would offer them. Yeah, so there's a chance for success. This person just needs to get out of their way. And this person has to be very concerned about what they're manifesting. Because this person is often, it does seem to be often in a place of worry, anxiety. So they very much might be inclined to self-sabotage. 7, ooh. However, I think there's a little bit of a warning here with that 7 of Swords. Because I think that there is an ability for your relationship to move forward. However, with the 7 of Swords is not really being very concerned about how what they're doing is affecting others. How it might be, you know, just taking and no giving. Clarity on the 7 of Swords. Queen of Swords. So I think that you're already highly attractive. I think that you're highly kind. I think that you're somebody that this person essentially wanted to manifest. But it's almost like they don't know what to do with you once you're here. And with the Ace of Swords, a new beginning is with honesty, clarity, integrity, straightforwardness. With the Lady, I feel like if this person doesn't act in an honest way, you can't let them get away with it. Again, because like this person does on some level, you know, like there's maybe an ability for this person to move back, move away from their self-fulfilling, you know, prophecies of things aren't going to work out. But, you know, they very much might, you know, do things to ensure that things won't want to work out. And I feel like if you want something to work with them, you know, yeah, you can't just enable this person and think that things are going to get better. Like, I think that, you know, you need to, like, this person needs to be coming at you with integrity. And you need to, like, enforce boundaries with this person. So we have individuality with Liu Han. This is what do you need to know of a portion of the reading. So don't lose your personhood or identity. Your individuality is something that is important. Your path. Okay, individuality, your path. Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. It's really important that you don't lose yourself in this person, because this person, because you're not supposed to go off your path for this person. Clearing. As true offering arising, it begins easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mind to God's, such freedom. Okay, so it looks like what do you need to know? Don't lose track of who you are. Don't lose track of what your path is. And let things go. Let things be cleared from your life, so that you have room for more. If that is what you just, like, I think that there's a, yeah. So you have, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble articulating. I'll try to go back to that. But let things go so that you can receive. Because you're this queen of passion and love. And this person is conflicted. This person, I think, needs to offer you something real. And maybe they could, but if they're not offering you honesty, you're more important. And I do think that in this one, you're really being guided to choose you. Because it's not this person's path, it's your path. And it's clearing the things that don't help you in your path. You are loved more than you'll ever know, departed loved ones. I think that there is an energy for maybe people in your ancestral line trying to look out for you. Because this person might have some self-limitations, and maybe you just have to move away from the drama of that. And also, we've got mind, and God's. You might want to consider what your self-limitations are. So, I've got the smiley face, but the eyes are not smiling, so I feel like there's a lot of pretending to be okay. We have the letter J. Sorry, it doesn't show up well. We have the scarab, which is rebirth, new beginnings. I think that this person is too conflicted, and, you know, they manifest. I think that they manifested a lot of drama in your connection. I think that the angels, your ancestors, you know, spirits of people who have loved you, like, you're lovable. I think that there needs to be healing. So I think that maybe this is healing and wish fulfillment, and this is winning. I feel like things might be over between the two of you just because you deserve to get your wish fulfillment. And there is a need to prioritize your mind, your body, your spirit. I feel like it doesn't mean that this person is a horrible person or, a monster, but it's more important that you are a whole. It's more important that you don't lose yourself, that you don't deviate from your path. That you accept how deeply lovable that you are. And maybe resolve that being with somebody who's truly conflicted about that, maybe something that needs to be cleared from your path. Because the key is putting in the work and the effort. The key is in the heart. And it does seem like there are spirits that want you to unlock that key of your heart. Have somebody who really, really genuinely works to build something that will last the test of time with you. But regardless of what this person is or what this person's doing, it's more important that you're happy. And it's more important because your happiness is going to lead to wish fulfillment. And your path ends with somebody who actually works together with you to build something bigger than what you could do alone. And the clearing that you're going to make, and I think that you might be, because we had the Emperor earlier, but again, an Emperor can be just like maybe a little bit controlling. So I think that we had the Eight of Wands clarifying as the very last card after clearing. I think that there may be a need to clear somebody that can't make up their mind about you so that the universe can rush in what they want. It's like you need to make room for your manifestation to happen. You need to make room so things can happen. So the first one was a little bit more ambiguous, but I think that this one's a lot less so. I feel like this one is saying that kind of is over between this person, or it should be, so that you can make room for the blessings that are coming your way. And whatever you do, don't lose yourself to this. And again, it's not that you can't care about this person, but you also deserve to have somebody that's actually sure that they want you, and isn't creating conflict, because it's within them. So I hope that this helps. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate you. And it's time for pile number 3. Pile number 3, my gorgeous angel. Is it over between you and this person, and what do you need to know? Is it over between you and this person, and what do you need to know? Is it over between you and this person? What do you need to know? We have a Hanged Man. So right now there's a pretty intense amount of stagnation. Knight of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Should I grab? I think I'm going to grab one more. The World. The world is an ending. It is a successful ending. It's, ending a cycle as it is meant to be ended. We have the Queen of Swords, which, is somebody that is occasionally will choose the mind over the heart, really set boundaries. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. I'm starting to get the vibe, especially between these three cards, along with this one, is that there might be an ending because things were too slow. We have the Hanged Man and the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles actually does move forward, but is the slowest. And the Knight and the Hanged Man doesn't move forward until they see a different perspective. And we have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is somebody that goes after what they want. But I think that there's somebody here that just didn't go after what they wanted. They really slowed things down. And I think that there was some kind of ending that had to happen. Like the ending was needed for the best possible scenario. Knight of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. So I feel like whoever this King of Wands was, this was somebody who let their fears keep them from taking action. We have the Queen of Swords, Six of Pentacles. And we have another person here who will accept nothing but fairness. If there isn't fairness, there is no acceptance. Clarity on the Three of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. So, somebody chose themselves, their own singleness. Because another person's fears kept them from taking the necessary actions that they would have needed to do. Clarity on the World card. So, if you're wondering if you did the wrong thing by moving forward away from this person, I don't think you did. I don't think that necessarily this other person is a bad person. But in order for there to be some kind of new beginning, there needs to be an offer that could be stable. So, yeah, the King of Wands who I let, they just, they were supposed to take action, they were supposed to offer something, they were supposed to go after what they want, but I think that they let their fears limit them and keep them from doing anything. And we have somebody who the only acceptable standard, another person who found that the only other acceptable standard is if things are actually fair. And because they did not find fairness within this person's fears and limiting behaviors, this person chose themselves. It does look like there is a potential new beginning, but there has to be the ending needed to happen. The ending needed to happen for there to be any hope of a new beginning. And again, it's not, it's the person who never made the choice. Well, not, like, that's not true, because this person did make a choice. They just kind of made a choice by default. We have the Star. So I do feel like this person may very well see you as wish fulfillment. Maybe this person does need to heal to be able to actually take action regarding what they want. We have the Five of Swords. There were serious conflicts here. And maybe not considering how that conflict would affect the long-term health of this relationship. The Queen of Pentacles. We have somebody who had standards, somebody who's choosing to build up their life, somebody who's only going to accept an Ace of Pentacles because they really don't see the point of accepting anything else. And the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is somebody that does also use their head. So there could be a potential, is there another person? Not necessarily. I feel like there is a potential for this person to make some kind of logical choice, which would be offering you something worth having. Something real, something committed. But we do have that Five of Swords, so we need to talk about it. If you're going to have a new beginning between the two of you, not only does it have to be something that this person offers that is real and significant, but it's also going to have to be something that's, you know, transparent, honest, clear, not containing any of this Five of Swords stuff. So is it over between you and this person? Well, there's certainly been a significant cycle that has ended between you and this person. And it does seem like one person is doing a significant amount to like have standards, like build up their life. And I think that there is a chance that this person could, you know, decide to actually come to their senses. And it's like, I don't think that what held them up was anything logical. Because I feel like there's some, like it would be logical for them to give you an offer that would be worth having but like this person is going to have to offer you truth and honesty and clarity. And it could be over between the two of you because we have the World, and the World is like, if you have any guilt about walking away from this person, you really shouldn't. Or if this person walked away and you just built up your life, or like they stalled so that things could never happen and you chose yourself, you should not be ashamed of that in any way. And it does seem like maybe there is some capacity for there to be a new beginning. However, like not, you know, not being very in a place causing conflict. Like there's a need. God, I can't speak today and I apologize. Is it, what do you need to know? What do you need to know? Pile number 3. What does pile number 3 need to know? So there is a significant cycle that has been ended between the two of you. Whether there's a new beginning with you or a new beginning with somebody else, For some of you, there might be a new beginning with somebody else who's like on the same mental wavelength as you. For others, like maybe there is a chance, but like you should not have any issue with having walked away from, you know, somebody never ever making a decision on you. It's like you moved closer to your own wish fulfillment, and I feel like you kind of brought this person closer to their own potential healing. What do you need to know? Self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. So I think that when taking action, I think that you need to consider your inner child, your inner vulnerability, and like nurture that. Because again, I feel like there's energy of, again, potential new beginning, whether it's with this person or somebody else. And for some of you, it's somebody else. Like, if this person can't make up their mind, you make up your mind regarding your own self-love. Because you are shining your light. You're just being undeniable. Color. Express your true feelings. So I feel like don't be afraid of self-expression. And be in a place where you're nurturing the vulnerable parts of yourself. Justice. The scales need to be balanced. You deserve justice. You deserve somebody who will balance the scales with you. And again, for some of you, maybe it will be another person who balances those scales. For some of you, in order for this person to have any kind of new beginning with you, they need to balance the scales. To do something with soul, creativity, or love, to leave a piece of yourself in what you are doing. I think that we've got color, expression, your light, and self-love. I feel like you might be being pushed by spirit to some kind of way of expressing yourself, some kind of creative outlet. Something that will be showing all the light of you. I think we need to look about self-love just a little bit, because I feel like there's something more. 6 of Swords. It's like self-love dictates that you walk away from the 5 of Swords. If somebody is consistently creating a lot of conflict, is not being fair, is creating no-win situations. Part of self-love is moving away from that. So we have clarity setting you free with the crystal horse. We have the hand. The hand is about your responsibility and being able to separate it from what is somebody else's responsibility. You are not responsible for this person's behavior, but you are responsible for your own. But it looks like there is going to be some kind of healing. It looks like there is going to be prosperity. But I think that this is a split one. Is it over between the two of you? If this person doesn't offer you anything worth having, then yes. For some of you, I feel like you're being told to express yourself. Maybe you haven't had the opportunity. Maybe you've been afraid to express yourself. But I think that there has definitely been a lot of sadness. But this is, again, the scales are going to be balanced for you. Healing is going to happen for you. So take responsibility for yourself, for your self-love. Take responsibility for your expression, your creativity. Take responsibility for only for only accepting what is fair. Because if this person never offers you anything that's fair, then the cycle ending between the two of you is the best possible outcome. So either way, you're going to have some kind of new beginning. Again, it needs to be a new beginning where, you're getting some kind of real commitment, and it needs to be some kind of beginning where you're getting clarity, honesty. But don't feel bad about demanding that you just get what is fair. And I feel like that's kind of what fell apart here. One person truly demanded what was fair, and another person just, I think they kind of knew what they wanted, but they didn't go after it. And they just, I feel like another person who just made up their mind by default, by not taking actions, by maybe even just having to set up the scenario where the other person would leave because it is too important for their own self-love and self-worth. So there is some aspect of maybe there being a new beginning. For some of you, it may be a new beginning with somebody else because you're choosing yourself. And as advice for you, some kind of self-expression. Make sure, like, even if you can't talk to this person because of whatever reason, having some way that you can express your feelings and needs, show your light, because it does feel like what's coming, something is coming for you because you're shining your light, you're expressing yourself. You're choosing to be self-loving. So I hope that helped. I deeply appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers. Just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment if you want to be part of that. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I deeply appreciate you. So, pile number 4. How is it over between the two of you? What do you need to know? Is it over between the two of you? Pile number 4. So we have the 2 of Wands. We have the 10 of Swords, which does indicate an ending and a difficult one. And we have the 2 of Wands, which is like needing to figure out how to move forward. We have Temperance, which is healing, balance, harmony. And we have the 2 of Cups. It seems like there's some kind of decision that needs to be made regarding how to move forward, and I think that there was some kind of betrayal that would need to be healed for this connection. Clarity on the Two of Wands. Two of Swords. So with the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, both of those are decision cards. Two of Swords indicates a lack of clarity in the mind, and Two of Wands is like a needing to know how to move forward. So I feel like there is somebody that doesn't know what they would even do to move forward, or they're conflicted on moving forward. We have the Ten of Swords, so difficult ending, pain, and on top of it, the Ten of Cups. So I think that there was something that was genuinely happy that got betrayed. Clarity on the Two of Cups. Not the Two of Cups, I'm sorry. I meant the Temperance card. We have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is somebody that is fiery, somebody who is proactive. And I feel like for healing, maybe it's gonna require some kind of energy that is a little bit proactive. And clarity on the Two of Cups. Queen of Swords. It seems that somebody was deeply hurt, and now, even though there is, these are all decision cards, 2, 2, 2. But I think that there was somebody deeply hurt here, and I think that whoever was deeply hurt is maybe no longer prioritizing the emotionality of this connection. I feel like it's not that they don't care, but there's a maybe like not wanting to like ever, yeah, it's something along, it's this person maybe showing up as cold. It could be you, it could be the other person, but the person who truly feels betrayed, despite the emotions that they felt here, doesn't want to open themselves up to have that happen again. I feel like I want to clarify that Ten of Hearts. So we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands can be a lot of communication, a lot of action. I almost feel like maybe this is something that might be really needed, because I think that maybe there has been a cutoff of communication. But I think that I'm going to get some more clarity on that. I thought. So we have the King of Pentacles. So we have somebody who has the potential to be committed, steady, stable, and like they need to make a decision. I feel like maybe they are going to start really opening up communication. I feel like I need to clarify that Eight of Wands, because there's something slightly discordant there. Three of Pentacles. I feel like there might be somebody that needs to show that that really needs to show that there's somebody that can be depended on. And there might be some kind of initiation of communication, probably after a long time, with maybe this person trying to show that they can work together. It's over between the two of you. Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is good luck, it's bad luck, it's a change of fortune. There is a chance that maybe the fortune can change between the two of you, but I feel like, again, because we had that Ten of Swords on the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Cups clarifying the Ten of Swords, I feel like there's already been a really big reversal of fortune in this connection. Something that needs to be healed from. And whoever really truly feels betrayed needs answers. I feel like they still care, but in order to move the Wheel of Fortune towards success, there needs to be healing. And there is one person that needs to show the other person that they can be trusted. And unless this person comes forward with a lot of transparency, regardless of how this the person who feels betrayed feels, like they're not going to prioritize this connection. They're not going to prioritize the connection because they don't want what happened to ever happen again. Queen of Wands. So we have somebody who is maybe being proactive, maybe being some kind of leader in their life. Again, Three of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Like, I feel like there has to be like a lot of energy and effort being put into showing that things can work, that there is going to be cooperation, that there's going to be something built. Because that Ten of Swords was definitely a big deal. There has been an ending. I don't think, and it does feel like it's pretty final. We have the Knight of Swords. I think that the clarity and honesty might do a lot towards healing. But you respectively might not be on the same page anymore. It does seem like there was a lot of love. It seems like there probably is still love. But I think that somebody has to show the other person that, you know, that they can be dependent on, that, you know, they're truthful. Somebody, I think, has to take a lot of action. And I think that there is going to be conflict possible. If there is any resolution, I feel like there's going to be conflict before anything gets better. Clarity on the Five of Wands. Pleasure, Bast. So that's kind of an interesting choice, because we've got, I feel like there is somebody that might want to like have intimacy, like want to come in and have some kind of intimacy. But in order for that to happen, there has to be healing, because there's somebody here that, you know, does care, does love, but again, they're not in a place where they're ever going to allow what happened to happen again. So I feel like the reason why you may not be on the same page is because even if it was just like there was decisions unmade, I feel like one person truly, truly feels betrayed. So, and I think the other person might be coming in thinking, well, it's all going to be fine. But there needs to be, you know, working together to build something bigger, and there needs to be some kind of healing before that intimacy can happen. Reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. So, clarity on reframe. Three of Swords. Maybe one person doesn't realize how deeply they broke the other person's heart. Maybe, you know, and I think that they're going to have to reframe how they come in. But it does look like they're, you know, it's possible that things are done between the two of you, because there might be one of you that is just done with the other. Clarity on Queen of Wands. Four of Cups. I think that there was an offer made and an offer not taken. Maybe there was a feminine energy who took some kind of leadership, who tried to move things forward. But that was rejected. And there was heartbreak, and there was betrayal. And I think while with Lakshmi, you know, there was potential for abundance between the two of you. Or I think that there's just somebody who feels deeply, deeply betrayed. And I feel like maybe the other person, you know, doesn't realize how badly they broke that person's heart. I think that the person who got their heart broken probably has been focusing on abundance. Reframe. We have the Magician. So all the tools necessary to move forward. Also, this is not happening to you, happening for you. So maybe there is some capacity that's helping you move to your greatest level of abundance. Hanged Man. Again, this is a reframe card. It needs to see things in a different light in order for things to move forward. So it does seem like there is maybe something, some other perspective, some ability to see things in a different way, or maybe some kind of facts that if you had, you might see things in a different way. But that's a new beginning requires honesty, clarity, transparency. And it seems like that is especially true of some kind of feminine energy here. So it does look like something ended between the two of you, something that probably brought a lot of happiness until it really didn't. I feel like there is somebody who maybe doesn't know the absolute gravity of their choices, about how badly their choices might have affected the other person. And I do think that there's maybe a desire to have like some kind of intimacy, but like there's, in order for that to happen, this person has got to prove that they can be honest and can be dependent on, because I think that there seemed to be a problem there. But it only feels like, I don't think both sides feel betrayed. I feel like one side feels extremely betrayed. And the other one, I think that they want something good to happen, but, you know. But there is the betrayal and the heartbreak that is between all of this. What do you need to know, pile number 4? What do you need to know? You don't have to do it like you've always done it. So this person may have to do something different than what they've always done. Creation. Feel like maybe there's a need to, or else maybe you need to do something than what you've always done. Even not saying that if you have been betrayed that, you know, you're in some way, you know, you're not responsible for being betrayed. But transition, release attachments to what was and prepare for what is to come. We have that on top of the, so transition, change, releasing what was. I don't know if there's going to be a chance for the two of you to heal. I do think that there is a need to be creative, realize that you don't always have to do things the way that you did. Accept that, you know, something is changing. And with Mother Earth, maybe there's a need to take the big picture view. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands means standing up for what matters to you. I don't know if I pull charms for this. Maybe you'll get double. But we have the dinosaur. So there's a need to evolve, transition, or, you know, there's an evolve or die aspect. Not literal death, but just you don't evolve, you're not going to get where you need to go. And again, if this person doesn't evolve, they're not going to get where they need to go. So, again, you don't need to do it how you've always done it. This person doesn't need to do it how they've always done it. We have the home, which is a need, you know, an ability to be, for there to be something stable and happy. There's a little heart on the top. And we have appreciation. So this relationship has to evolve or die. And it looks like there already has been an end. It looks like maybe, you know, one person feels significantly more aggrieved than the other person. But I think that personally what you need to know is, like, think about the long term. Think about the big picture. I'm going to grab something more for transition. We have the Page of Cups. Now that particular Page of Cups from that particular deck always seems to push one of the meanings, which is emotional immaturity. And there needs to be a transition from emotional immaturity. So something has already ended between the two of you. There is maybe a chance, but there's one person who very much has some kind of... There's somebody who just felt so betrayed and heartbroken that they just don't want to ever do this again. So is it over between you and this person? And it's almost like maybe there's some kind of truth that you can bring to them that they don't have. But I feel like this one's probably the most difficult. Because it does seem like you have somebody and they still care, but they're not going to prioritize that because of the betrayal and the heartbreak. And it does feel like the other side probably does want some kind of new beginning, but it's like it's gonna be a long road for them to show that they can be trusted. So it feels like this one is one of the more final ones. So is it over between the two of you? Very likely. Just because there's somebody here that, at least on some level, is just so hurt, they don't really want to try. So I hope that this helps. I deeply appreciate you. Thank you so much. And if you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers. Just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment for that. And you have a wonderful day.